Hey there, St. Paul's. This is Pastor Richard, and it is Thursday. And as you may or may not know, the North Dakota governor has let a couple executive orders expire, which means that restaurants and movie theaters and bars and so forth will be returning to business. With that stated, they do have some regulations and some guidelines, such as operating at a 50% capacity while also maintaining that 6 foot social distancing rule as well. So what does that mean for us here at St. Paul's? Well, last night the council and leadership met on Zoom and we discussed our services on Sunday, and we will be returning to our services at 8 o'clock and 10:30. But with that in mind, we are going to have a couple different adjustments. Some adjustments. Now, the first adjustment is that we're not having Sunday school on Sundays. That will still be done and conducted online, and so you can view that at that 9:15 mark on Sundays on our Facebook page and YouTube page as well. But with respect to our church services, what does that look like? So in order to kind of help you guys out, I thought I'd just do kind of a selfie video and walk you through what a Sunday service will look like here for you during this COVID-19 interim. So first things first, what happens is you usually pull up into our parking lot right here, or we use the parking lot across the road here. And so you're going to be coming in, you're going to be excited, and you're thinking, man, we have these routines, these ways of doing things. One of the things I do is usually get a cup of coffee right away. And I always enter in through this south door. But as we're going to see, let me just show you a couple things here. As you can see, when we come to the south door, we see a sign. It says, "Stop, do not enter. Please use sanctuary doors for church services." So the first change is we're not going to be using this door to the fellowship hall. We're going to be using that sanctuary door on the northwest side of the church. So let's walk down there. It's a beautiful day today. So we're going to come down to that northwest door. And as you can see, come to that northwest door, and it's going to be propped open for you, so you don't have to open it. So first things first, as you come into the church, we're going to see an offering plate. So you can drop your offering plate, or your offering right there. There's a hand sanitizer, so you can hand sanitize. Now, with that said, let's just say you still want that cup of coffee, or maybe you want to go and do a little bit of visit. Well, unfortunately, we are blocking this fellowship area off. So we have some signs here. It says, "Do not enter, used for restrooms only." And so we want to encourage you not to go into that area unless you have to use the restroom. So not entering into that area, the fellowship area. And also, we want to also discourage any of the kids from going downstairs. And so it says, "Stop, do not enter. Basement is off limits during the COVID-19 interim." And the balcony. The balcony is going to be for staff only. So keep that in mind as well. Okay? So here you are at the entrance of the sanctuary, and as you can see, again, we put our offering in there, sanitize our hands. We want to maintain our social distancing. So with that said, we want to enter into the sanctuary, and I know with all of you that you have that special pew, that pew that you always sit in that spot. Now there's going to be a little bit of adjustment in there too as well. Let me just point that out to you. So first thing you'll notice is you can't enter into that side or enter in from that side. We want everyone using that center row. And as you come in, as you will see here, you're going to have this blue tape, and that blue tape is going to be showing which pews are open and which ones are not. So let's just say you come up here and you're like, man, this is my favorite pew. Guess what? Unfortunately, it's going to be marked off. So you're going to have to find something else, another pew that's open, such as this one. Now, we don't have them laid out quite yet, but we will be having all the bulletins laid out in the pews here. So you'll be able to come and grab an open pew, grab your bulletin, and then you're able to sit down. And as you sit down, you'll have your bulletin in your hand with your family. You'll have your pew here, and then you'll be able to partake of the church service, to be able to sing Divine Service Setting 3, to hear a sermon, to be here in God's house, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Now, let's just say you get here and all these pews are filled up. What are you going to do? Well, there's some overflow areas up here. I'll show you. So come on all the way down here. Might force some of you to sit up front, right? We Lutherans love that, huh? Well, you can come over to this area. We have these pews open up here. Probably not the best view, but nonetheless, you're still in God's house, which is great. And we have some open pews here on the side, on our overflow side as well. All right, so encourage you not to show up, like I said, really, really early at 7:15. There's not going to be any place to socialize and have fellowship. So show up maybe 10, 15 minutes before the church service. Come on in, grab a pew. Now, it's very important to mention, once the church service is open, to take your bulletin with you. And as you take your bulletin with you, you'll be excused, keeping social distance with everybody, not giving everybody a high five as you leave on Sunday, but just you can say hi to people as you are exiting the building. And as you come here, you have your bulletin in your hand, and you take your bulletin and either take it home, which is what I always typically suggest, or you take your bulletin and place it right here in the trash. Okay. Now, the reason why that's important is that then we will know which pews have been used and which ones have not. Because after the 8 o'clock service, Lisa's going to come in and she's going to do some cleaning here, and then we're going to take the tape and reappropriate the tape so that the 10:30 service, they have a fresh pew, a clean pew that hasn't been used at 8 o'clock. And the whole idea is that if there are any germs, COVID germs or so forth, that they will definitely not last the 7 days until the next service the following Sunday. Also, keep in mind with masks, if that's something that you are willing and able, we want to encourage you to do that too as well, to wear the masks here at the church. So keep that in mind too. That's not a mandatory thing, but definitely something we want to encourage as well. All right. I believe that's all. So when you guys get here, come on through the sanctuary doors and come on right on in. You can grab your bulletin in your pew, use your hymnal. We can sing and receive God's word, and when it comes time to leave, we exit straight out. We either take a bulletin home or we place our bulletin right here in the trash, and we go on out the doors. Now, some people have been asking, what about fellowship? What about talking and visiting with each other? That's something to encourage you. If you want to do some fellowship and talking with people, go to the parking lot, keeping that 6-foot distance, and you can visit with people in the parking lot as well, and catch up with things. And we will go this route as long as we are able. And with respect to all of our other Bible studies, we'll keep you posted on a week-to-week basis here at St. Paul's. All right, I believe that's it, everyone. We'll see you this Sunday. We'll be getting letters out next week to everyone explaining this a little bit more detail in the upcoming weeks as well. So Lord bless and keep you, okay? God bless.